What's happening, guys? Don Russo from Freeway Music. Today we're going to be working on the solo from One by Metallica. It's kind of a beast of a solo, so I'm going to break it down for you by sections and try to make it digestible. So let's jump right in. We're going to go into what I call the first section where we're doing tapping here. Essentially, we're going to start off with our first finger on the 12th fret of the high E string. And on our right hand, I'm going to use my middle finger to tap. So basically, you want to hold your pick between your index and your thumb. And one tip that I found is when I first started doing this, my pick was pointed outward like this naturally as I'm tapping. But if you can go ahead and turn your pick a little bit towards your right, so that when you're tapping, when you come back to that part there, you actually will be a little bit better positioned with your pick than you would be. Otherwise, your pick is sometimes pointing out to the left a little bit, which makes it easier to miss that. Okay, so off the bat, make sure your pick is aiming to the right a little. I'm gonna hold my first finger on the 12th fret, and I'm gonna come down here with my middle finger. I'm gonna tap the 19th fret, then pull off to the 12th fret, and then hammer my ring finger down to the 15th fret. You know, when you first start off, just try slow. You're basically tapping, just attacking it. Just think like a scorpion tail coming down. You know, so, but you don't have to come down super far. Like, try to keep it close. Then you pull off, and then hammer to the 15th fret. And it does that 8 times, right? So watch this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then it goes up to, just move your middle finger up a fret to the 20th fret and repeat that 8 times. Then you come down to the B string and just literally do the same thing. Then you just move down a whole step. So move everything down 2 frets. So now I'm on 10, 13, and 17. And really just, that's basically it. So we got now your middle finger is going to stay right here on the 18th fret. And you're going to start with your first finger on the 12th fret of the B string here. This is an interesting technique. I'm tapping and then hammering over here at the same time to the 14th fret. And then you go tap on the 18th fret and pull off to the 12th fret. It's like a very quick pull off. It's almost like a grace note. And you go down to the 10th fret. Then you hammer 10 to 12 over here. Then 10, then down to 8. So I got, then you hammer 8 to 10, down to 7. So you got, then you hammer 7 to 8, down to 7, and 5. So you gotta have this pattern of hammer, down, down, hammer, down, down, hammer, down, down, hammer, down, down. Okay? Then you come up here to the 12th fret, and you're gonna do 2 triplets. And then you stop on the 12th fret. Then we're gonna do triplets here. So we got, then we're gonna, so we got 12, 14, 15, 17 on the higher string, so 12. Then we go down to the 15th fret of the B string, do a triplet, back up to the 17th fret of the high E string, triplet. Then we come up here to the 22nd fret. We're gonna do 3 bends, full step bends. If you don't have a 22nd fret, I'm really sorry. You can try the 21st fret up 1.5 steps instead as a hack. But if you have the 22nd fret, come on up to the 22nd fret. We're gonna do 3 bends. And that third one, you're gonna put a little bit of mustard on it. You're gonna put a little tremolo, right? Good, and that's the first section. Okay, so moving into the second section, this to me is the hardest part of the solo. For me, personally, you might be amazing at it, but for me it's a little tough. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bar, you can do this 2 ways. You can either move your fingers, but I like to bar this right here on the 15th fret. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, we're going to hammer here from 15 to 17, on the B string, and then pick the high E string. Then we're going to pull off. And then we're going to pull off 17 to 15. And then come back to the 17th fret of the B string. So cool. And this next lick is repeated multiple times. I'm going to do a triplet. Going 15, 17 to 19. And I'm hammering twice. So just one pick there. Then up to the 15th fret of the high E string. So now I'm going to do a hammer pull from 15 to 17 back to 15, then 17 on the B string. So all together, look. And this is a bit awkward, you know, but you're going to end up doing 5 of those. I believe the way that we counted it when we recorded it, that would count as 1, then that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, then the 6th one, you actually don't do that lick. You go on the 6th beat, that is, not the 6th riff. You hammer here, like a triplet again, and you come up to the 5th fret of the high E string. So let's put it all together. So that's pretty much it. And then we're going to put our ring finger down on the 19th fret of the high E string to this, and then pull off to the 17th fret of the high E string, and then keep this bar down. So you got so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then on the 8th one, you're going to pull off to the high E string 15th fret instead of to the 15th fret of the B. So that lick is just 19, 17 on the high E to the 15th on the B, 7 times, right? Then lastly, you pull off to the high E string. You can just leave that bar down if you want to as well. So cool. And then I feel like that's like the second section. So now we're going to go into the third section, which starts with these bends. So let's talk about that little part there. All I'm doing is I'm bending the 18th fret of the B string to the 15th fret of the high E string. This is a great way to test whether you're bending in tune too. You can bend this. Just to see if you're bending in tune. Good. And it just does that 4 times. Then you bend the high E string back to the 15th fret. So I'm going to be still in the 18th fret with my ring finger here. Then back to the B string, high E string, B string. So all together. Cool. All right. Now we're going to move into the next section where we're basically going to be starting on the 19th fret of the high E string with my ring finger. My middle finger is going to be already set on the 17th fret, and my first finger on the 15th fret, all on the high E string. I'm going to do a double pull off, and then I'm going to pick the 17th fret. Then I move down to 17, so 17, 15, 14, and I do it again. Double pull off, and then pick. So I got. Then I come back to the 19th, 17th, and 15th frets of the B string and do the same thing. So, sorry. Same exact thing, just 3 picks total. It'd be 6 picks total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to come down to the 15th fret of the B string, and we're going to do a hammer, pull, and then come back to the 15th fret. So I'm going 15, 17, 15, 13, 15 on the B string. So you can start with your first finger back here as well on the 13th fret. So you have your fingers down already on 17, 15, 13. I'm going to lift my ring finger up actually to start off with. So you get a hammer, pull, pull, pick. So I got, then I come down to 13, 15, and 12, and I do that move I just did where I hammer, pull, pull, hammer. Well, I don't hammer the last one, pick the last one, sorry. So I got, some people pick, so I've seen some tabs where people like pick this note here. I just like to, it's so fast and it's hard to tell where someone's picking it or pulling it. I personally just pull it off instead of, you can articulate like that if you prefer, you think it sounds good. So here we go, all together. Okay, we're gonna just keep this lick going. This is gonna be a long one. Let's talk about that lick right there, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm starting on the 12th fret of the B string, and I'm gonna hammer pull, and then come to the 14th fret of the G string, then back to the 12th fret of the B string, then pull off 14 to 12 on the G, then again, then the 14th fret of the D. Then I go 12G, 14D, 12G. So, okay, from here. I like to use my middle finger because I've played a lot of country stuff too. And so I really like chicken picking a lot. Chicken picking, if you don't know what that technique is where you use your pick and you use your middle and like ring fingers, like kind of like claws, like almost like a chicken claw is what it looks like. So a lot of people call it chicken picking. Hybrid picking is another name for it. But all you're doing is just using your pick and your middle finger. So usually when I move down a string, instead of moving my pick back down to the B string, I'll use my middle finger so my hand can stay still. Like that. I just find it to be more relaxed and I can go a lot faster. You can pick it. You see how much motion is happening with my hand here? That's a lot of motion, but if I just use my it's a little bit more chill. Whereas it's just like so much picking, you know what I mean? Then this last, so from here. Then I'm gonna go here on the 14th fret and I'm gonna play it, then bend it. Four times. So we got. Then I'm already at the top of the bend, so I'm gonna do a negative bend or a release, pre-bend some people call it. I'm just gonna play the note and then release it down right there. So this is a pretty common move in blues here. I'm gonna do the negative bend, the release, pull off, and then come to the 14th fret of the D string. You should take that lick away if you don't know that lick. Very common lick, right? So here we go. Then we got just a blues lick here. I'm gonna go 12G, 14D, back to 12G. We got some nice triplets here. I'm gonna be starting on the 14th fret of the D string. I'm just gonna walk down 14, 13, 12, A string, same thing. And then 10th fret of the A string. So here's all this section all together. I know it's really long, so here we go. So. Except maybe you want to flub that note like I did. All right, here we go. Let's go into the next section here. This is a very bluesy section here, so you can take a lot of blues licks out of this one. We're basically going to be in pattern 1 of the pentatonic on the 15th fret here. Sorry. And we're going to be starting on the 17th fret of the D string, and I'm going to slightly palmate that. Then we're gonna go do a double stop, playing 2 notes at the same time, the 15th fret of the G and the B. So then we're gonna move our ring finger, so we do that 3 times. That would be 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 times. And then we're gonna go to the 17th fret of the G and the B strings. And I'm just doing like a slight bend. I'm bending down. Just like that, twice. Then I'm doing a pull off to the 15th fret, 17th fret of the D string, then back to the 15th fret of the G and B. So I got. And then we do this again, twice. Then I've seen sometimes where it's just like a mute, or some people, they actually play the 15th fret. Whatever you feel like sounds good to you, you think is what you like. Then you go to the 15th fret of the B string, and then we're gonna end with a bend like we did earlier, bending 18 of the B up to 15 of the high E. And that's the end of the solo. If you want to do this little thing here at the end, you can do that as well. It's just triple it, triple it, triple it, then hit that note again. Then you go here, triplets as well. So that's 3 and then 5, 4, 3, 2. I didn't play that, but you can do that as well to kind of wrap the solo up. Okay, so that was the solo from One by Metallica. Do us one favor and please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe check out our Patreon. Thanks so much for checking us out. We'll see you next time. I can never remember how many of those to do. I hate that part. Oh my god, dude. Let me just practice that part. Give me a second. I can't get the. I know this part, dude, and I played it right, man. Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking. What did I do wrong there?
You did an extra one.
I did 7.
You did 7.
Anyway, I've got the rest of that on another take, but let me.
That's good.
I think I can finish the take from there now.
Yeah.
I think I got that part, but
I think you jumped the gun a little bit.
I was supposed to. I wasn't supposed. I did the bending. I did weird.